Agree friendly terms. Big George. Fuck. That's the doctor who should help our dad. What can I do for you? We did not have a lesson planned for today, did we? Nope. I found Dr. Skolt's. Oh, I see. Becoming an increasing problem, isn't it? Yep. I shall fetch and carry him safely. Thank you. Well, yeah. Okay, so that's going to be fixed. So we are still trying to find this person. Elsa. I've not seen many nuns. Where are they? Oh, should we go and see the nuns? Okay, let's go and see nuns. Just quick way up the mill. Elsa, yes! What brings you up the hill? That suggested about my... yeah. Your family name is Chavetzel, wasn't it? Oh! Not a soul in town asked me about my family in years. I was beginning to think my neighbor had forgotten us. I'm not surprised your father remembers Tavzels. He was sweet with my sister before he met your mother. I'm the last one who left us now. It doesn't look like a local name. Why wouldn't it be? I'm Bavaria. It's my name. It's a Bavarian name. No one else in town has a name like that. Shouldn't you have been Savidslin? I have always been called Savids, as my sister and mother, and her mother before her. My grandfather told me that Savids lived in this area for hundreds of years, perhaps even thousands, though it seems impossible to imagine time so long ago. Were pagans? Yes, the original Bavarian people, there even before the Romans. My grandfather said his grandfathers told him that resettled in town after Romans left. Built their new home right on the spot where they had been living when the Romans arrived. The remarkable story reminds me of the Parzival quest for the Grail. He's driven from the court of King Arthur and wanders the court overless. He meets a holy man and brings him to God. The honorary Parzival completes his journey to the Grail. What a lovely idea. When I think of the ancient Chavels driven from their land, only to find it again and become Christians, they feel nearer to me. Do you understand? I think so. It's like when my dad tells me stories about courting my mom. Yeah. I don't remember her face, but when he tells me about her smile, I almost recall it. Yes, it doesn't matter whether you really remember. When I sing my sister's favorite song, Ulrich, I may not know all the words anymore. But that's alright. Just I may not know exactly how the chair was resettled in Tassing. What matters is that I feel closer to her and them, and even though they are far from me now. Though this is stories from the Magd. Go now, your go mural to complete. Thank you. Much to consider. Bless you. Nice, nice. Always talk to the kids. Who are you? Mural coming. Oh, I thank him in high place. Truth be told, he enjoys following your progress. I have bring Andreas and Ulrich by sometimes to see your progress. We won't get in your way, of course. I'm sure they love to learn about the progress. You're all more than welcome. I've just mixed a new batch. Oh, I can imagine. It's it's bakery. Rolling dough in winter was such a trouble. You had to throw out. Yeah, it's the discipline is admirable. My good. No, I was real rascal back in the day. Skipped on working. Too hardworking, and I can't imagine you making trouble. So it wasn't Big Jorg. Oh no, Jorg was always been more hardworking than me. So did you remember the little girl, Andreas? We talked to him, her when she was a little, where we lived. This is her growing up. I was theft and a scroundle. Started with cakes from her mother's table, still hot from the oven. Soon it was silverware, mugs, trinkets I found around town. Of course, stealing is against the commandments. So my father would make me return everything. Yeah. Father Thomas grew accustomed to seeing me for more often on Sunday mornings. What changed? I grew out of the habit over time. I think it started when my parents had to such devotion to the Lord. Stealing was my way of acting out. But when the trouble started in town, I realized my thieving wasn't going to be any good. I decided I'd rather honor my father and mother and God commands. It gives me grace with Andreas and Ulrich in the hard days and with the rest of the town. Security would be proud, everyone can learn from you. Hopefully from my present month, rather than my past. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty of mural work to do. Yeah. Bye bye. Yay. No, not Mags. Yeah, she too. But also Anna. And this is the little boy that lived up here. Paul. How are the mural going along? Pretty good. Tess is a privileged town after all. With sort of mural you're creating, Magdalene. I believe Klaus was planning on a fresco. Well, I start on a Intento and paint a fresco over it so clear comes and different techniques, but I think the fresco suits Rod's wall. Why is the concept planning on interfering? Yeah. Ah, I see. Do you have any plaster? Large worry that shouldn't be wet for long. Since when did the town miller know how much about art? It's been an interest of mine since childhood. Yep. But my father disapproved. We encouraged him as Andreas. After my mother and I left Tassing, we stayed with the family a few months before it all happened. Your father's friend, Andreas, he encouraged me, yeah, to draw. While we were away, I studied in my uncle's library. He collected books about various art styles since we returned. I have no idea what I think you want to think to me. Can't mention how that Not nearly as skilled as you or your father. I know I had my doubts about you taking the project, but you're the most skilled artist. After your father, of course. Wow. And well, anyway, I'm glad tomorrow is going well. Forgive me for sudden questioning about it. I've been so busy preparing for the council next meeting. I haven't had much time with Anna as usual. She says I'm a bit frantic when I'm overwhelmed. The council working something new. I didn't think council work was so serious. Maybe we should take some time off from the council. We are considering early maintenance of checks in every house in Classic. Oh, the idea quite a bit more pushback than we had appreciated. With this always face, I understand why the utility of preparation might feel like annoyance. I can't imagine why. It's certainly low if my neighbors knows their way into my house every year. It's a matter of safety. The old widow house was practically falling apart before she died. This should help protect those in DiCEYGUY who don't have the skill to fix things themselves. Widows like Agnes and Grant. In any case, the matter is far from resolved. I imagine spring will come before anything is actually done. I had better get back to work. Thank you for letting me interrupt your day. He is just awesome. Okay. Little Andreas. Maglen. Pet Schuber. Doggy. Yeah, who's a good dog? Alright, let's go. Call Marta. Should we talk to them? I don't know. It's still so beautiful here, Marta. Some moment. Alright, take your time. Oh, hello. Dad looks Swedish. Good morning. Hello, Marta. How are you today? Our usual walk around town. November hasn't grown cold yet. Dr. Schultz says Dad needs to keep using the leg. And I'm getting old. So old you can sit around home telling stories. Your daughter, you're about the same age as my dad, aren't you? Ha! Klaus has always been told to grow old. Shame what happened to him. As if you're not stubborn too. No arguments from me there. Peter survives through sheer stubbornness. Given that the alternative is Werner, I'm glad they have something. Can't even find his ass with both hands. Dad! What? Anton would have made a better doctor than him, yeah. Ah, Anton, my poor boy. It's alright, Dad. I'm sorry. It's nothing, it's not your fault, Mag. Just a babe then. I can't, it's my fault he died. It's not that, you know it's not. Should have been with me that night. You should have, I was a fool. Let him continue. The abbey was engulfed in flames. The heat, you wouldn't believe it, shared the hair of my eyebrows. Was a bleeding. Arton tried to drag me out of the fire, out of the fight. Then the godforsaken Landsknecht stepped between us. I'll be burns in hell. Can't even imagine what it's like. Seven or so. Didn't understand what's happening. Someone brought Dad home in the middle of the night. It was dark, confusing. There was screaming outside. Mom and a couple of the men who brought Dad in were trying to patch up the wound. It wouldn't stop bleeding. She kept shouting, "Where's Anton? Where's Anton? Where's the blood on the floor?" You cried so much you threw up. We couldn't get you to stop. I couldn't understand where Anton had gone. Dad tried to explain, but... So, yeah. Martha, my dear, enough of that. I'm sorry. How did you go on? Did I? I don't know. Some nights I think I'm there still. The abbey is always burning. My Helena passed not long after. I was left alone with Martha. I had to keep going on for Martha, and somehow our daughter grew into a wonderful woman despite it all. I suppose that was Helena's doing. Dad! If I'm any good, it's because of you. Thank you for telling me about the night call. Time doesn't heal, but it does dull the ache. Yep. That is so true, holy shit. Yeah. It's time we continued with our walk, Dad. Yeah, there. I'm feeling much more alive now. Bye. Bye. Okay. So, just to... I'm going to stream a little bit more, but when it's going to next day, I think I'm going to close it up. It's so much reading. I'm getting dry in my throat. And yeah, this is a very fun game to play, but it's work doing this and reading it out loud. But yeah, this game is amazing. Holy shit! I should talk to Sister Gertrude since she is a Benedictine nun of Kersu. Now comes the nun! Hold on to your tits. She would be able to tell me about the convent history of the mural. Okay. Yeah! And here's the nun. Yay! Pierce's house. Nun time is fun time. That's the old saying. But first we have to pet the kitty. It's not a shaved kitty, but we can pet it nonetheless. Let's just poke around in here because we can. Meow. I don't. Yeah, Miss Fager, you are so cute. Oh, look at you. Dee dee dee. Mama meow. Mama meow. Beautiful. Okay. Where was we? Oh, God bless you, Magda. I didn't expect you to in the convent grounds today. What brings you up here? God bless you, sister. I was hoping you could help me with the rat house mural. Oh, do you need more paint? I believe I have some enough gall store anyway. No. I have more enough paint. I was thinking about your history. Oh, look at... listen to that cute kitties. God damn. I like to include the abbey's founding and the history of Tassing Saints of Rathouse mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew since he lived in the abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Oh, Brother Matthew became a revered, didn't he? He was always suited for such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came up the hills for. You're curious about the saint's history, yes? Yes, I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. The poor clerics don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming into such a worldly concern. That old bag! Magdalene! Mother Francisca always welcomes those who are considering We can consider joining. Look at that. We are yeah. If a young woman sincerely considered joining convent, she may allow to observe the sisters. Who knows what else she might discover, like contemplating the holy life. Ah, I love her. Yeah, I see. I suppose exploring, because I can't hurt. I was drawn to you, whale sisters. Something about the fashion. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to see Mother Francisca now? Let's go. She's awesome. Let's go. Nun time. It's fun time. I'd like to introduce Magdalene Drecklin, the printer's daughter. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told you father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily. Oh, thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. No, what is this about? Sister Gertrude, you know your holy rules. Why will you bring young Mistress Drunkard to me? Forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in a spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Yeah, right. I wonder that you never come up here, Abby, before Mistress Drecklin. If God is calling you to the convent, I am more than willing to help you fulfill the divine cause. Oh shit. How does she know about the accident? Very suspicious. Yeah. Holy shit. Oh, my head is in the way. Let's see. I'm not sure where I should put my head. Sorry that you didn't see the writing. Okay. What brought you to change on? What are you interested in joining the poor Clares? I'm worried that helping my father running the shop alone and finish the mural are too much for me. Well, I become a sister, I won't have to marry, which is far better than being stuck bearing kids for the rest of my life. I had a holy vision. Saint Satya told me that I was destined to higher things. Uh-oh. Would you describe this vision for me? Receiving a message from God is a grave matter. I was sitting under the oak tree by the shrine, and Satya appeared to me. She told me that I was called to greater things than petty art. She told me that the mural is incomplete, and in order to finish it, it's in godly way. I need to learn about Kirsi. There we go. You may not have had a vision, but a particularly vivid dream. Either way, the Rat House mural, if much it's completed, ought to represent the saint's legend. Did Santia say anything else? Only that I ought to pay homage to her and to ask someone for more insight. I came straight to the convent. You were right to do so. There is many spirits to hunt the dreams. Not all of them are from the Lord. I suggest you are asking Father Thomas about this vision. He has the education best aid you there. Thank you, Mother. While I can't speak for the vision itself, I'm happy to tell you about the poor Clares. There we go. Our small convent used to be part of the larger Kirsu double monastery, as I assure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the poor Clares live far differently from the Benedictines that lived here once. We believe that it is not our produce and live solely in the alms of the community of Tessing, as they are fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters own any personal property. we share. We believe that they call into the life, poverty, and service. Does it appeal to you? I'm not entirely certain of that yet. I like to explore and look around, get a feel for a place. Mag, you must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves from the world. I won't have laywomen bothering the sisters from their duties or disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you the duties. Please take your time. When you have finished, please come and find me, and we will discuss your decision to join. Finally, I thought she never finished. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for reference to the mural. I'm painting the rat house. Time to start exploring. Can you either come or not? Up to you. Well, I'm going to take a look around. Where are we going first? Oh, can I get on with what I'm coming for? Are you coming? But Mother Francesca said, she said that as long as I'm with you, it's fine to look around. Are you really going to get us both in trouble? No, I always follow Mother Francesca's orders. The convent has many parts. The kitchen, the lacarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop. True, none of uses the old shed anymore. I'll leave it up to you to decide where to go first. Okay. Let's just go to